Welcome to the Chuckie Delbert backstory. Chuckie Delbert was born in Jacksonville, Florida on May 3rd, 1983. He grew up a big fan of the Jacksonville Jaguars and always dreamed of someday playing in the NFL. During his middle school and high school years, he ended up playing football and being a quarterback. His dad was the coach of his high school team, and he played very well and ended up getting a scholarship to be the quarterback at Alabama. Hoping to someday get to the NFL and be a quarterback on his hometown team, the Jacksonville Jaguars. However, Chuckie ended up tearing his ACL halfway through his third game as a true freshman. He started off that season leading the team to a 2-0 record and throwing for 610 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. Chuckie spent the next year rehabbing and training for the following season. When his sophomore year came around, he got a starting job back. Even though he did look a little bit rusty in training camp, coach still believed in his talent and wanted to give him a shot. Chuckie ended up starting the team's first 4 games before he was finally benched. In those 4 games, Chuckie led the team to a 0-4 start while throwing for 345 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions. He ended up never seeing the field again that year and was demoted to third string. After recruiting that year, they ended up bringing in another quarterback to be the new third string on the team. During training camp of Chuckie's junior year, he ended up getting beat out for the third string role, and there was no space left for him on the team. However, coach still wanted him to be a part of the team in some way. He believed in his ideas that he had for the offense. So coach ended up bringing him on as an assistant to the offensive coordinator. For his junior and senior season, Chuckie fell into his role really nicely with the team. And while he still wished he wanted to be on the field and still wished he had a chance to be on the field, he enjoyed his time on the sidelines coaching. After graduating, coach decided to bring him on in an official role as an assistant to the offensive coordinator. He spent the next 3 years as the assistant and learned so much during his time with the team. After the 3rd year, he ended up getting a job as an assistant QB coach for, guess what? His hometown team, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Until one November day in 2012 out in Arizona. The day before a game in Arizona, Chuckie stopped at a convenience store and randomly decided to buy a Powerball ticket. He didn't have the time to check the numbers until the day after the game. He ended up waking up and seeing the news that the Powerball jackpot had been won out in Missouri for a total of $587.5 million. This reminded him to check his numbers, and to his amazement, he had the winning numbers as well. He cashed in his ticket and split the winning $380 cash prize with the other winner in Missouri. This was at the time the second largest jackpot in U.S. history. He ended up walking away with over $120 million. In May the following year, Chuckie decided to buy another Powerball ticket, something he hadn't done since he won his jackpot before. He later checked his numbers to find out that he was the sole winner of another jackpot, this time for a cash value after taxes of over $230 million. He still did not want to leave the team and finally got the opportunity to move up to QB coach in his 6th year with the team, or the 2013 season. Chuckie decided to stay with the team as a QB coach through the Jaguars' miracle 2017 season, where they ended up coming 1 win away from a Super Bowl appearance. During this time, Chuckie bought 2 more lottery tickets, hitting the Powerball jackpot in 2017 for over $330 million and Mega Millions jackpot in 2018 for over $870 million. Chuckie was able to stay anonymous for all 4 jackpot winnings, and therefore no one from the organization ever knew about his winnings. Chuckie surprisingly decided to leave the team after the 2017 season and was very smart with his money and made good investments from his winnings. During this time, he amassed a total net worth of over $4 billion, and at the beginning of 2020, he decided that he wanted to put in an offer to try and buy his hometown team, the Jacksonville Jaguars. At the time, the team was worth about $2 billion and owned by Shad Khan. Khan had no intentions to sell the team, but after mulling over Chuckie's $3.5 billion offer for 6 months, he finally decided to sell, and Chuckie officially became the owner just before the start of the 2020 NFL season. However, he had big plans for the team that no one was ready for.